Hey everyone, and welcome back to Miss Meredith Made. A question that I've been getting asked frequently is about how I actually go about planning month to month my product creation and also what I do for marketing and how that looks like, how I stay on top of that. So I'm going to jump right into it today. I am going to be basing this off of my actual checklist that I use. I have one checklist. I'll show you the one that I use. It is monthly and also weekly. This is all I use. I find personally that it gets way too complicated when I try to start from scratch every single month out of the calendar year because I started off doing it that way, and then every single time at the end of the month, it actually felt like one more thing to do, thinking about, oh my gosh, I have to fill out this calendar, and it just got really overwhelming really quickly. So this is what I use every single month, and it keeps me on track because I know at the end of the month that I've checked off all of these things and it's time to start over again. And typically it really stays the exact same unless, of course, I'm changing things out for new seasons coming up ahead. So I'm just gonna walk you through exactly what I do. Do keep in mind that this is something, of course, that you can create by yourself. But if you are looking for something just super quick, just to have it done and be ready for you, I have my version, the more feminine version, but I also have a more masculine version because I know that there are many of you out there that are sick and tired of everything being so feminine on Teachers Pay Teachers and in the teaching world in general. So if you are looking for more of a gender neutral option or more masculine, my calendar weekly, monthly checklist comes in both options there. These are completely editable in PowerPoint. You can also upload them on Google Drive if that's what you prefer. So everything is editable for you because, of course, everybody's goals are different. But this is based off of what I do, so please do keep that in mind. So starting off with weekly, I do social media weekly. So when I say social media, I mean all of the social medias that I am signed up for. Now, you may be different. I always recommend to start with Pinterest because you're creating thumbnails for your products on TPT anyway, and all you have to do is upload your thumbnail that you've already created to Pinterest, and you just can use the same title. You just link it directly to your product. It is really easy. Pinterest takes literally less than 30 seconds to do. So if you're not doing social media and you're one of those people that says, well, I just have absolutely no time for social media, you do, and it is Pinterest. But I do Pinterest. I, of course, do YouTube. I do TikTok. I do Instagram, Facebook. Instagram and Facebook are nice because they are interconnected through Meta. So whatever you post on Instagram, it will automatically go to your Facebook. So that's another one that I recommend to people that are feeling overwhelmed or just feel like you don't have a ton of time. I seriously recommend starting with Pinterest, and then you can do Instagram and connect a Facebook business account to that. That way, that right there, you're actually just doing two, but you're getting three out of that. Of course, TikTok and YouTube take a lot more effort and it is a lot more time consuming. So those were the last things that I added to my plate, and they'll probably be the last things that you add to your plate if you do ever find the time for it. But I do highly recommend it because there is something to be said for people getting to know you and building trust face to face. So those are all of the social medias that I do, and I try to post something on all of those once a week at least. I oftentimes do post more just because I enjoy it, but if you are somebody that is not a social media person, I do recommend just posting something somewhere once a week. Then on my weekly checklist, I also like to upload at least one new product. So that is my goal every week, to upload one new product on Teachers Pay Teachers. And I, of course, also have missmeredithmade.com, my website. So whatever I post on TPT, I do also post on my website. And weekly, I really try to take at least one day a week or half a day a week to surf through TPT Facebook groups. This is a really good one to not only get ideas of what teachers are actively looking for. So this thing weekly, you can use it in different ways. So sometimes for me, I literally am just going through Facebook groups for teacher Facebook groups or even TPT seller groups, gaining ideas for both marketing and my product creation. That's something you can do. You can also straight up post your products in these groups and hope to get some visibility that way. So I do try to weekly utilize what's already out there on Facebook. Then once a week, I do take typically about half a day, about a morning before lunch, to film my content for the week. So you'll notice that a lot of times, like on YouTube today, I'm wearing this outfit, this white shirt with this necklace. And funny enough, you will notice probably like 2 or 3 TikTok videos or YouTube shorts in the same outfit and everything else, because I just do a lot of filming at once for all of my ideas, and then I'll kind of edit it throughout the week when I'm ready to post. So then the last thing that I do weekly is I do try to do something for MissMeredithMade.com. So that may be backtracking and posting some stuff that I forgot to from TPT over to my website. Honestly, that for me is like the most daunting task out of them all, because it's just tedious work. It's like stuff that I want to get done, but stuff that's just annoying and time consuming to get done. Now, you may not have a website, so if that is something that you're just not ready for, then of course, again, this checklist can be based off of you, but the questions that I've been getting have been curious about what I'm doing. So again, if anything isn't in tune to what you are doing, just keep in mind that I'm sharing exactly what I do, because that's what you're curious about. Monthly. These are things that I really shoot to do every single month. One of them is to host a sale on TPT. So I am big on that you shouldn't be hosting sales all the time. There are a lot of sellers that host sales frequently, and it feels like almost every single time you see their storefront, it says that they're hosting a sale. And I personally find that really deceitful, because to me as a buyer, and again, I do buy still from TPT because I still do tutor, but it's honestly kind of obnoxious to me when people constantly have a sale, because to me that means that their items are purposely priced higher, and they do that as a sales tactic to make people feel like they're always getting a sale. But the thing that's a problem with that is as soon as people follow you and they notice that, it loses their trust. So I never recommend that you are hosting sales all of the time. And if you are following sellers that do recommend that you do that, you can decide on your own what you want to do. I just never recommend that, because again, as a buyer, as soon as I notice that sellers are doing that, I get irritated and then I'll unfollow them, and I don't like to give them my business, because it's like, just price your items fairly. I want it to be a genuine sale. Anywho, I do that once a month. And then typically with that too, like I'll advertise to only my followers. So I'll just shoot a quick message as a note to followers that the sale is coming up, that I really appreciate that they're a part of Miss Meredith Made, that they're here for the journey, things like that. Like my followers and the people that take time out of their day to actually follow along with me do get some special treatment, I'm not gonna lie. And the blog, I also do monthly on my website, and the blog is used typically I'm blogging thinking of the months ahead, and I will use the blog to talk about ideas that teachers can be doing in their classrooms, and incorporating products from my TPT shop or my website into that blog to go along with those ideas. So it could be something like how to decorate your classroom for fall 2025. And I actually do have a very similar blog like that. I'll show you it if I find it. But I do have something like that out there where I talk about the upcoming season. Now, of course, this is for last year, but this is something that I'll do in a pattern that I'll follow, and I'll talk about different ways that teachers can decorate, things like that, and then I'll link in the products that I already have made, because a lot of times people want to have a more in-depth discussion and knowledge about something before they actually pull the trigger and actually purchase. Then monthly, I do like to do something for my email list. So you'll notice that I'm very loose. Like I'll put just something kind of generic, like just work on your email list this month, okay? That could be sending an email to my followers on my email list. That could be creating a freebie to have for my email list subscribers and then talk to them about how I uploaded something new for them. It could be something as simple as creating a new template for an email that I want to be sending soon. It's just for me to have it in my mind that that's something that I should be working on, because if you don't have it on your list or anything that you want to work on, it's very easy to forget about it, because if you notice, like, this is, as a list, a lot of stuff. It may not visibly look like it, but in your mind it is. And it's very difficult weekly to monthly to remember everything that you want to get done. Believe it or not, with this checklist, it doesn't feel overwhelming to me at all. If anything, I really do a lot of these things for the weekly and monthly more, other than certain things that I'm very strict on, like hosting a sale that's strictly once a month. But for certain other things, like the blogging, the email list, the notes to my followers, sometimes those are more than once a month. It's just, again, this is to keep it in your mind that you should be working on this stuff so that it doesn't fall behind and it's 3 months and you're like, crap, I have not done this in a really long time. And the last thing on my monthly checklist is to update my storefront. So this is like my featured products. I want them to be featured products that go along with the season. This is another one that is really easy to forget when you're working on product creation and you're posting on social media and you're just trying to do all the things. It's very easy to forget about what your buyers are actually seeing when they go to your store a lot. This is one that I forget about a ton. And oftentimes when I go to look at this checklist of mine, that's usually the one that I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I need to do that. So updating your storefront, featured products. If you have a banner where you showcase products, I do this. I'll switch them out in Canva and then re-upload the banner. So absolutely, that is a good one to keep in mind. And if you're not doing featured products, I highly recommend doing it, because it's the first thing and the first set of products that buyers see when they go and visit your shop. Now, I do also have a spot on here for notes, because things do pop up that month to month may change out. So for example, right now on mine that I actively use, I had a quick note to just remember to advertise the TPT back to school sale this season. So this was actually the past 2 days. I'm filming this on August 28th. So there was a TPT sale on the 26th and 27th. And I just made a quick note to make sure that I threw out some kind of advertisement for that the things in my shop would be on sale so that people were aware. Then there's an ideas spot, and this is a spot that I'm of course not going to share with everyone, my ideas that I am having, because of course they are unique to my own proprietary knowledge, if you will. But this is a really good spot to have for when you do have ideas that come to mind. Just do be sure, if that you do decide to use this, that you're adding ideas that can benefit you a couple months ahead. I always shoot to recommend to think of things that you can be selling about 2 months ahead. That gives you time to create it, post it, things like that. So like right now we're at the end of August, we're getting into beginning of September. I am thinking about things that can sell in October and November. And these are the ideas that I will be adding onto this spot for my calendar. So keep that in mind. Again, this is available on Miss Meredith Made on my TPT shop. It is just a couple of dollars. If you are taking this seriously as a business, I highly recommend getting focused and staying on track, because doing that is the biggest thing that will actually help you be successful. It is consistency, and you know what they say, consistency is key.